Hello, and welcome to Theater Talks. Today we're going to be talking about The Counter, and we're coming to you from the stage of the Laura Pels Theater, where The Counter will be opening in early fall. My name is Karla Hendrick, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'm a teaching artist in Roundabout Theater's education department. And I am joined by my brilliant colleague.
Hi, I'm Margaret Montagna. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm also a teaching artist with Roundabout Theater's education department. Today's theater talk is going to be focused on what The Counter is about and what we're excited to see when it comes on stage finally.
Why don't we start, Margaret, by talking a little bit about the story?
Yeah, The Counter is about a budding friendship between Katie, who's a waitress in a small town diner, and Paul, a regular customer. The more Paul comes in, the more they talk, and eventually some secrets get shared. It was written by Meghan Kennedy, who was actually commissioned by Roundabout to write the piece. And Meghan is no stranger to Roundabout. Her last two shows, Napoli, Brooklyn, and Too Much, Too Much, Too Many, were also produced by Roundabout. Napoli, Brooklyn was actually also commissioned and went up on this very stage in 2017.
And our director of The Counter is David Cromer. Now, David Cromer is a New York and regional theater director, but he's also a stage, film, and TV actor, and he's won many, many awards, including the 2018 Tony Award for Best Direction of a Musical for The Band's Visit. Some of you might remember his 2009 breakout hit, Our Town, in which he directed and also starred in as the stage manager. Well, not long after that production opened, the New York Times called him a visionary wunderkind, a genius in a black cape with secrets up his billowing sleeves. I love that.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, what secrets will he have in store for us in this production of The Counter?
Absolutely. Me too. Given that it's a world premiere, we've only read the script so far.
That's right, which is a great position to be in, right? Because it opens so much possibility and inspires so many questions, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know, my imagination is running away with it just a little bit, I think.
Something that I'm really curious about, and I'm curious about this whenever I read a new script, is just what the transitions between scenes are going to be like, especially for a show like The Counter, where we're pretty much in one location. I'm wondering what's going to need to change between those scenes. Is anything going to need to change? Are we going to see that change happen? Is there going to be music? Is there going to be diner ambience? I'm just wondering what they're going to be like.
I was curious about that very same thing. How is the diner going to be a character in and of itself?
Right.
As part of the play, there are not a lot of other characters in this play, and maybe the diner will be one of them. Maybe the changes in the diner might reflect the changes in the relationship of our main characters. It's exciting to think about.
Absolutely. And that's something I'm really excited to see, too, is just what the set's going to be like.
Right.
I absolutely love a diner. And I feel...
Who doesn't love a diner?
Exactly. And I feel like when you talk about diners with people, they all kind of get a vision in their head of what that is. And there's some consistencies there, but I think each diner has their own unique qualities that, like, really make that diner that diner. And people take ownership over that. Like, this is my diner. Like, I still take ownership kind of over the diner that I went to as a kid, even though it is unfortunately closed now. But I still remember walking in, and there would be the big counter on the right side, on the left side, actually. And they would have all different kinds of, like, lollipops and crayons that the kids got to pick on the way out. And
Fantastic.
And sometimes they would give me 2 lollipops because I went there so much.
Something else that I'm excited about and looking forward to seeing is how David Cromer, the director, is going to lean into his signature self, his signature artistic self, and bring the audience into the reality of the play.
Yeah.
That Our Town production that I referenced earlier from 2009, Our Town is a show that is traditionally staged very simply, bare bones, no props.
Right.
Right? Well, he decided to add later in the play, when Emily goes back in time and visits her childhood, her mother was cooking bacon on stage.
Oh, wow.
So he was able to bring the audience's sensibilities in and bring them into the space in a way that was really visceral and really powerful, and to share that experience with Emily. So not that we're going to have food cooking on stage or coffee brewing necessarily, but I was wondering how he might engage the audience's senses to bring them into the space of the diner.
That's something I was thinking a lot about while I was reading, is kind of their journey that they go on, and just the journey that we go on in life and all the people we interact with. Because sometimes you have a small interaction with someone and that's pretty much it and you never see them again. And other times you think you're going to have a small interaction with someone and all of a sudden you have a best friend for life.
That's it.
And you never know when it's going to happen.
That's it.
Yeah.
Friendship. I love the theme of friendship and the through line of friendship that runs through the play. It's so beautiful and so powerful, right?
Absolutely.
And the idea of how deep and intimate and lasting true friendship can be. Something that we're not as connected with necessarily in this Facebook friends age that we're living in. And the idea of generational friendship, which we really don't talk much about. But what a treasure, what a beautiful thing that is for each person in an intergenerational friendship to bring themselves, right, their own perspectives to the other person about how to grapple with what's most important in life and hanging on to that. There's a quote by one of the characters in the play. I won't say who. I don't want to give it away, but I will tell you the quote, and it's this. The quote is, "We exist in the deep mystery." Isn't that great? And we do, don't we? Every moment we exist in the mystery that is life, and how wonderful to be existing there with a friend, right?
Absolutely.
Before we go, we'd like to leave you with 2 final thoughts. First, the Upstage Playgoer's Guide. You can find the link below, and it's a tremendous resource that will enrich your theater-going experience.
We'd also like to share a quote from the show for you to think about on your way into the theater and even as you're watching the show. "The way we show ourselves to people tells a lot about where we are in life." I love that quote.
Oof, that's a good one. Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you, Karla. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you at the theater.